Welcome back. This is 10 cents with 10 LV. I don't give my 2 cents, I give my 10 cents. And we're here with Mimic Brew. I just saw this video on my feed, whatever suggested to me, and I see it's about some more stuff. I was kind of reeled in by the title, of course, as were 2.8 thousand people. Cool Trainer Ryan fans are unhinged. So let's kind of see what he has to say about this, whatever this is. I'm guessing it's controversy surrounding CTR this time. I was watching it. The beginning is a bunch of mumbo jumbo about opossum buds, so I skipped past that. Of course, I watched a majority of this video already. I even left a comment on the videos, one to a specific person, and another comment just saying that I leave nothing but nasty comments. Go check my history. And I do. I like to be controversial. I like to say off the wall things. I like to offend people. But let's get more into this, and I'll kind of, I guess, give my 10 cents on whatever it is he's saying. Like I said, I was fucking throat goating a burrito when I was watching this, so I wasn't fully, involved in the video, because I get free burritos from my girlfriend's work. So shout out to Angel. Thank you. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what Mimic Brew has to say. And yes, I have a very special message for CTR at the end.
What's going on, brews? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the Opossum Bud intro, a little unrelated. However, Opossum Bud and Poke Chloe were, of course, the focus of my last drama video, which, by the way, was only 5 days ago. I try to do a drama video like once a month tops, because you can't plan for them. I don't want this channel to be about drama. I like covering all kinds of topics, all right? So, yes, here we are 5 days later. We got another drama video to talk about.
26 minutes.
Bud,
We might have to skip a little bit.
To me, like, what are we, like a week removed from the Poke Chloe Opossum Bud drama? And the man, God bless his heart, he just can't get over it. He can't accept the fact that there unfortunately is a double standard when it comes to scalping. Not all scalping is exactly the same. You know, a product with MSRP, like a backpack, a ukulele, trying to conflate it to an exclusive item like a World's Promo that people don't have access to begin with. You know, I think it's flawed logic. And Opossum Bud, half the community agrees with him, the other half disagree with him. He's focused on the half that disagree with him. And so that's why every single video since last week, he just genuinely can't get over the fact that some people are okay with scalping and view it as just a normal part of capitalism. He'll be fine. However, this man has been against scalping for years. And those of you who think I don't like Opossum Bud, you're dead wrong. He's literally my favorite content creator on the internet, okay? He has absolutely...
All right, yeah, I kind of agree with that. It's like, those promos, World's promos, those are not for everybody. Just like anything else, there's always going to be aspects of something that are not accessible to everybody. Those are unfortunately going to be the high dollar items that everybody, not everybody, but, a certain group would want and are willing to spend quite a bit of money to get their hands on something for their own personal collection. These are usually dudes that got like freaking a case on their wall with like all their favorite, most expensive slabs. And then, these are the type of people that you walk around their house. They probably got a boat, some jet skis, a fucking, a side-by-side and a freaking RV. That's what these cards are for. Some things are just not going to be within your reach, people. If you're on a budget, just collect the stuff that you can afford. There's two sides to this. Well, there's different classes to this hobby. So it is what it is. So yeah, get over it. People are gonna what you call scalping. I don't really call it scalping because it's just such a limited product. It's a hot commodity. It's not something that is a necessity. If people scalp things that are a necessity, like freaking water, and they hoard all the water and then sell it when everybody needs it, that's kind of like scalping, especially if they sell it at a premium, basically naming their own price. More of a scalping. This isn't nobody's necessity, really. Honestly, nobody needs to have Pokemon. This is a hobby. Hobby is things that people have extra money for. And you know what? If your life isn't allowing you to have a hobby, then you need to get to a better place before you have a hobby. That's just the way the world works. If you can't pay your bills, but you're freaking worried about getting binders full of Pokemon, sorry. You need to prioritize. You need to go back and do some thinking about what it is you're doing with your life that's causing you to be broke all the time, and you picking Pokemon over, paying your phone bill and your light bills. So there's that.
Absolute fucking gold in his library. There are videos from a year ago, 2 years ago, that are just so fucking funny. All right. So all I'm saying is, Possum Bud, just get over it, man. All right. So today's video, yes, I'm going to. There have been 3, not 1, but 3 videos just in the last 72 hours, literally, about Cool Trainer Ryan and a bunch of really scary, bad words you generally do not want to be associated with. From racism, sexism, to all kinds of isms. Okay.
Racism? Sexism? Cool Trainer Ryan, racist. The golden child of the Pokemon hobby. It says FCTR. I have to go watch these videos. Like I said, I can't follow everything that's going on. I don't know any of these 3 people. So I'll have to see what their videos are about. But maybe Mimic Brew will go over some of what that is.
Okay. And not that he is that, just he is turning a blind eye to it, supporting it, yada, yada, yada. And I will get to that at the end of the video. I do have a very special message for Cool Trainer Ryan, but this video is actually more about you guys, the Pokemon content viewers. Those of you that make repeated comments, that watch, maybe you watch CTR, you watch PokeRev, you watch Danny Fanta, maybe you watch a little me, a little Rob Does Pokemon, a little Poke Office, maybe, Possum, but you bounce around, okay?
Jerk off. You didn't name me. I have like 5 regular viewers, dude. Show some fucking respect. I'm a legend.
This IP, Pokemon TCG, is the biggest IP in the world by far. Like, it's not even close, guys. However, on YouTube, the Pokemon TCG collecting niche is a tiny little close-knit community, if you will. And for a lot of you commenters who comment regularly on a lot of stuff,
I already disagree. I think the Pokemon TCG communities on YouTube is pretty large, and it's growing, because this is where I lose most of my viewers, is because they start to become the content creators as well. And so, there's a saturation of content creators because everybody's inspired by everybody and they want to do this too, and, get into all this stuff that we do, ripping packs and opening booster boxes, doing giveaways, doing live streams. Everybody that was once a viewer is now a tuber. So this thing's growing like a wildfire. So I don't think this is really close knit, because there are little sectors of this thing where there's people I don't even know, I haven't ever heard about. I go see them. They probably haven't heard about me. They come check me out. We find out that we're not compatible, so we go back to our corners and do what we do.
Believe it or not, we remember you. We do. You, the viewer, by commenting over and over and over again, are creating your own version of.
I don't like when people say we, because that means that you're trying to speak for people that haven't spoken. You could say you remember what these people are saying, and maybe you're taking that into account. We don't all do that. I don't do that. So I don't like when people say we. We. Like, don't speak for me. Please don't speak for me. Nobody speak on my behalf. Everybody should speak on their own behalf when it comes to anything. Like this. This is my opinions. This is nobody else's opinions. This is not associated with anybody else that might watch me, follow me, or anything like that. This is just me. I'm giving my raw opinion to this whole situation, I guess, that's popping up. And I'm probably got to do a little bit more research, but I'm not that type of person. I'll pick one video that seems like it might cover a majority of what's going on, and I'll react to that and kind of give my 10 cents. Anyways, let's go.
Of content that is publicly recorded online in our comment sections, okay? So, here's another thing, guys. A lot of you that do write nasty messages, I think you tend to forget that there is something called comment logs. Something where I can go in, any content creator, anybody can go in, and they can see the comment history of that specific person. So you may be writing something nasty that's totally fine in a vacuum by itself as you're writing it that day, but then someone could click on your name and see all your previous comments, and they can tell a completely different story about you, the viewer, not the creator. Now, speaking of Opossum Bud and Pokey Chloe, my drama video from 5 or 6 days ago, you know, it's got 3,500 views. It's got over, I think, 240 comments now. I have no idea. There is hope for you guys. There's a lot of you that leave amazing comments, and we're going to talk about that in a sec. But the fact that not a single person out of the 240 comments in my video called me a Pokey Chloe simp, like...
Thanks. Now I got to go leave a comment calling you a simp after this video. I can't let that be a flawless victory.
Thank you, guys. I don't know if I just have a more respectful crowd that watches my videos, or I just go about addressing things in a more mature, realistic way than someone like, say, Rattle Pokemon. Hey, guys. Okay.
Hey, guys. Oh, man. That was a good little impression, actually. I like it. All right, let's go.
Okay, but literally 240 comments in the Pokey Chloe Opossum Bud video. Almost all of them very legitimate takes, quality takes, contradicting takes, but respectful. And it was just overall a way cleaner, more productive comment section than, say, Rattle's video or Opossum's 2 videos or Shiny Nathaniel, Shiny Vert's videos, okay? So there are times, of course, when you guys behave and you are respectful, and that's what we, the content creators, love to see, is engaging conversations that are actually productive, that aren't absolute filth and garbage and bullshit.
Again, the we thing, bro, I don't care what people say in my comment section. If I'm 100% free speech, I don't know your views on free speech, why you think there may or may not be limitations to such a thing. I don't think there should be any limitations. And I don't think anybody should be accountable for what other people say or decide to say and leave under your videos. Nah, cut that shit out. We should all be capable of critical thinking to the point where we can see that everybody else is responsible for what they say and should not be placing the accountability on a different person other than the person who said what they said.
Okay, so over the last 72 hours, there's been 3 Cool Trainer Ryan videos. Let's see, we got one from, what's his name? Baz Toys. Okay, I'll throw that up. There's Baz Toys. That's from like 2 days ago. We got another one from Pokemon Overflow, who all he basically does is drama. That's from like 3 days ago. And then now, like yesterday, literally Nathan, just straight up Nathan, this guy literally created, I think, a YouTube channel just to make videos about how big of a piece of shit CTR is. Okay, so just in the last 3 days alone, there have been 3 CTR schmear campaign videos, and all they're doing is presenting, like, there's no connecting the dots here. They're just showing clips of CTR, okay? For the record, this video is not a CTR schmear campaign. That would be hilariously ironic if I made a CTR schmear video. Even my last CTR video from, where am I at? From a couple months ago, CTR is making a ton of enemies. Boy, was I right. Holy shit. Even that video was lighthearted, and in that video, I fully claimed to be a Hanger Gang member, whatever. Ryan loved the video. It wasn't actually a drama video. It was just citing that he is pissing a lot of people off in the community. And, you know, it comes with the territory, I guess, when you're like CTR. Okay? But these 3 videos from Pokemon Overflow, Kevin, it was Kevin, right? Nathan, from Nathan, and Baz Toys. These 3 videos, I haven't checked Nathan's video. It already has 2,000 views. I'm sure there's people absolutely shitting on him. But in Pokemon Overflow, and especially in Baz Toys, there is some really just stupid fucking comments that are kind of the reason I decided to make this video. Okay. Just because Baz Toys makes a video just displaying things for what they are, same with Pokemon Overflow, literally not even stretching, not even reaching, just displaying like recorded stuff off his stream, and then there's some Discord screenshots type stuff too. They're not reaching here. They are just presenting things for what they are, and they're the kind of things that Cool Trainer Ryan can't even deny, okay? Because it's just straight up, it is what it is, all right? But in these comment sections, there are people, well, let's call them Cool Trainer Ryan simps, that will go to the ends of the earth to shit on the other smaller content creator, say things like, oh, you're just doing it for the views, you just want views, views. Guess what? It's not a good idea to make CTR drama videos, okay? You piss CTR off, you piss off other people, next thing you know, you're blacklisted, blah, blah, blah. So the fact that these people are even making these videos, I think it proves that they are way more genuine than some of these piece of shit simps are trying to make it seem like, okay? Because it takes balls to make YouTube videos about people like Cool Trainer Ryan. I happen to have 2 full balls, and that's why I can do it too. Okay, but again, my drama videos, unless it's the Twice Baked Jake run, they're always about people that I love and I want to see them do better. It's coming from a good place.
Ooh. What was that? You hear that? Conspiracy theory. Did you hear that demonic dual voice that came out? Let's hear it again.
My videos, unless it's the Twice Baked Jake run, they're always about people that I love and I want to see them do better. It's coming.
You hear that? When he said better? You got like 2 sets of freaking vocal cords.
Coming from a good place. I absolutely love
He's the
Cool
devil.
Trainer Ryan, but I want to see him do better. I want to see him change now that he's at 100,000 subs. I want to see him start treating himself and his channel like an actual business rather than just a fun frat boy hangout where who knows if I'll get canceled next week, next month. This or that, or who.
No, CTR, do not change. No, this is where I'm going to completely disagree. There's enough fucking happy joys in the fucking community. Please do not be like the rest of them. If that is not your personality, and this is, I've always expressed this opinion myself. Do not, please, Do not put on a fake persona. If you're a nice person, be that. But if you're not, and you're a fucking chain smoker, you know what I'm saying? Like, you cuss, you probably fucking got terabytes of porn on your computer. Don't be the fucking kid-friendly guy. Just don't. All right? If you got a potty mouth and that's what you like to be, just be that. There's enough people in all generations for you to have a following that fits who you are. I hate when people, especially if you've, like he said, he's got 100,000 subscribers, whatever. If you built your fan base on who you were being the whole time, then that's why the people like you. That's why you have 100,000 subscribers. So why would you change all of a sudden? You probably lose more subscribers because you start to act like fucking Steve from Blue's Clues all of a sudden, when we know last week you was sipping whiskey and fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't switch up now. You built 100,000 followers off of who you were the whole time. Don't fucking change. Do not. Do not change. I won't change who I am. I don't give a fuck if I only get 5 viewers on my live streams for the rest of my life. I am not going to change just to cater to people because they're fucking soft. I don't like soft ass people in real life. I don't like people who are easily offended by things. If you can't joke, if you can't have fun, if everything hurts your fucking feelings and you're constantly needing to be coddled, I'll be dead honest. I feel like you're not cut out for the world. You're not cut out for what reality really is. And you're trying to build a sandcastle believing that you could take shots from a cannon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will crumble easily. This world is unforgiving. So if you don't have thick skin, I don't want to associate with people, because like they're just gonna cry about everything and they're just gonna scare away the cool people, the real cool people. Like, I have no need for soft ass people in my life. They're not fun to be around. They're always, ass hurt. They're in the fucking, Weenie Hut General fucking hospital. I can't deal with that. Just like go to where you fit in. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah.
Who knows? Because I don't check shit. I let anyone say whatever the fuck they want. Well, guess what?
Yep.
That's fine if you're a little guy who has nothing to lose.
Nope.
But when you got a big channel with a lot to lose and you have other people that associate with you, it becomes a vast...
I don't like that either. I don't like when you put somebody just because they're a big name. I don't like when you put them in the God seat, basically. Like, this is our Messiah. This is who we should follow. Nah. I mean, people can follow Homeboy, but there's other people that'll follow CTR. We don't need the same audience. But, just because, like, he's a big name in the community doesn't make him above anybody else. Nor, his methods are above anybody else.
Vastly bigger deal. Because now you're being selfish. And now you're affecting the people that associate with you and take pride in knowing you. Okay? So, but again, I'm going to get back to the CTR stuff at the end because I do have a very special message for CTR that I think is very realistic, and it has to do with being canceled. Alright, so the viewers though, the people who comment on this Baz Toys Pokemon Overflow, and now Nathan or Kevin, whatever it was, freedom of speech is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about facilitating racism or sexism and being okay with it. Okay? The number one thing that I have seen these commenters write on these two things is it's all for laughs. It's all for fun. It's no big deal. He's clearly a good guy. At the end of the video, he says, "I love you all." Why would he even have Harold and Kumar on if he was racist? Okay, obviously.
So, my understanding of racism is this. And look, maybe stupid people want to try to twist the definition and, change the definition even everywhere you could find the definition. The original definition of racism is one particular race showing superiority over another race in like all seriousness, like almost in a threatening way. So when people make jokes, I don't see that as racist. I see that maybe a little bit ignorant in some cases, but if they're not actively trying to, you know, express themselves as greater than anybody else, then I don't see them as a racist. That's my view of the world. But I come from a skilled trade world. I come from carpentry. You can't be no little bitch out there. You got to toughen the fuck up. And, you know, so I'm coming from outside of this whole soft Pokemon realm and bringing myself into it. So maybe y'all are just soft. I don't know.
Referring to goated pose on that. So all of that constitutes free speech, right? It's, at least here, it's America, or it's online. You know, you get free speech, okay? Using that
100%. Yeah, YouTube's a private company, so they can limit speech however they want. But then that means if they haven't limited that speech, or they haven't banned fucking CTR or anybody like that, then it's fine, right? As far as free speech goes in the public realm, you can say whatever the hell you want. If you're not physically harming somebody, the free speech is 100% free. It's not, there's no written limitations in the Constitution as far as free speech is concerned. There is no written limitations in terms of saying something. Causing harm is another thing. If that harm is emotional, that's on you. To me, it's a physical aspect. If you're not physically harming somebody with your speech, if you decide that something's hurting you emotionally so bad that you're making a choice, that's on you. That's just my opinion on that. I don't think speech should be just like the Second Amendment. Like, there's some people that think we should own tanks. I'm that person. Are people irresponsible and probably shouldn't own tanks these days? Yeah, but it hasn't really been amended to exclude anything. So it is what it is. The law is the law. The law of the land is the law of the land. But I know there are differences within the private realm. Just like your employers can limit your free speech in their workplaces. So there is that.
as an excuse, or using the fact that it's all in fun and it's just a joke. He's a good guy at the base of it. If you are a dude in his 20s, 30s, or 40s, and you're a white dude, and we're talking about this subject, I'm sorry, it doesn't fucking matter what you think. You're a white dude who's laughing at the joke. No one cares if you think it's all in fun, and that means so it should be okay. What matters is in my case, because I'm getting blown the fuck up on Instagram about a lot of this shit, the Asian Instagram influencer, Pokemon influencer, her hitting me up and being like, what the fuck is this? Why is he allowing this to go beyond? Why is he facilitating this? I'm Asian. I'm very uncomfortable. Or
what if I said I'm not uncomfortable? Does that cancel that person out? Because clearly I'm not white. I am Native American, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you want to fucking call it. I'm a mixture of both of those. Native American, we come from ancient Asian cultures that have freaking traveled their way to North America and all this type of stuff. So I'm technically Asian. So can I sit here and say, well, I'm cool with it? Just because, why do we always listen to a minority of offended people and say, well, there's 3 people over here that are offended by something. We can no longer say it. Even if there's 100 people over here that are not, and they say, fuck it, I'm not a crybaby. Right? I'm not a fucking little crybaby. This shit don't hurt my feelings. It doesn't affect my life in any fucking way. Just because I read a comment and I gotta curl up in a ball under my desk and cry until I fucking feel better and, you know, take some fucking Xanax because I'm on the fucking edge. That's not... Who raised you? That's my question. Why did you allow yourself to get that weak? That words and comments from people you don't know, and you know damn well it's not affecting your life. It's not like, oh, that person made a fucking comment or a joke about Asian people, and now all of a sudden there's a bunch of racist people with pitchforks at my door. That is not what's happening. That's not happening. It's never going to happen. These racist acts do happen. I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm saying that as a result of this comment, that's what's happening. That is not what's happening. There's racist people out there that have been racist. They'll always be racist. And these comments are not, emboldening anybody to go and act upon. It's just, no, that's not how it's going down. There's very few actual racists. I have a hard time finding them. Do people say jokes? Yes. Do they bother me? No.
Or I'm Indian. I do not like any of this. Or I'm not even Indian and I'm being freaking called an Indian. Like, look, freedom of speech is...
I'm not Indian, but and then he pulls this guy up. Is this the one you think looks Indian as well? Are you making the assumption that he's Indian? Or did he message you and say, I'm Indian? Or I'm not Indian and people are calling me Indian? How did you come up with this guy's picture? Did you see this somewhere?
One thing, but being an absolute fucking jackass online is a completely other thing. And for you to say, hey, not white person, you should be okay with this. You obviously have a shitty life and you need to know how to take a joke. I'm sorry, that's complete bullshit. Okay? When it comes to this, the person who's at the butt of the joke, their opinion matters, not you.
Well, here's my opinion. Toughen up, buttercup. That's my opinion. That's my opinion to anybody with melanin. If these jokes are making you lose your job because everybody's confronting you about your race, maybe. But tying all that together and finding out if that comment is what's causing people to come and fuck with you, damn near impossible. So, sorry. No face, no case.
John Doe or Jane Doe, white dude, girl laughing at the joke, okay? A lot of people are...
You can laugh at jokes. It's a joke. Like, do nobody watch comedy specials? Like, do you not watch comedy specials, bro? Like, have you not seen, like, Shane Gillis and stuff like that? You guys don't watch these people and laugh? Because if you don't, you're fucking lame. Honestly, lame. Like, that shit's funny. I don't care if it's about my people. You know, stereotypes exist. Can we say that, you know, other people do the same things as the race or ethnic group of people that the stereotype is modeled after? Certainly. But is the ethnic group that it's modeled after doing it the most? 100%. Which is why it becomes funny when you're only joking about it. If you're going out and seriously saying, yo, we need to kill all black people because they steal from everybody. That is racist. But nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying, okay, you shouldn't like black people because I made a stupid joke about how most of them steal. Like, we understand that they don't. All right? There's good and bad people of all freaking kinds. We all understand that. Those who have critical thinking skills can figure that shit out. And that's who we need to be as a society, is aware. Not fucking acting like, oh my God, I'm unaware.
Missing that, okay? Doesn't matter if it's a joke and it's all in fun if the people that are being targeted are being affected, okay?
So look, like I said, if you're gonna say that they can't laugh at this or they can't even make the jokes themselves, I need you to do a study. Because if you're not gonna pull any statistical data and see if more people are offended than not offended by this stuff, then you can't have a say so either. Because I can tell you from my own experiences, because like, look, my family's on Facebook. Yo, we spit a lot of freaking jokes about ourselves. We're not offended by shit, yo. So I don't like when, just like how you're saying, you're the white guy and you can't say these jokes. You're also the white guy and you can't be offended for me. Just because you read a couple of comments that somebody's crying about a racist joke doesn't mean that we're all offended. I'm not. So do not be offended for me, please. Don't. It's best, actually, if those people are so freaking offended, they bring up the issue and see how many people really care about their issue. That should be on them. If they're uncomfortable, let them speak up. We don't need the white knights. I'll save you, brown boy. Cruising in on my white horse. Yee-hoo! I will rescue you. Don't do that, please. We can stand up for ourselves if we need to. To say for you to stand up for us is almost equally as racist as you would believe it to be. I don't believe it. But under your own logic, it would be racist to sit here and think that we can't stand up for ourselves, that we need you to do it for us because you're in some kind of superior position to speak on our behalf because you're the white savior. You see what I'm saying? Like, it could go both ways. And that's honestly how I do feel about people who try to stand up when I didn't even fucking say shit. You know what I'm saying? You could stand up for that one person that's crying, but don't say all people of freaking color, I'm standing up for you. I don't need it.
Okay? If you make people uncomfortable, you make people uncomfortable. End of fucking story.
Okay? Oh, well. I could say pineapple pizza makes me uncomfortable. Are we going to fucking get rid of pineapple pizza? Because I fucking feel like we should. So what people's comfort zones are, they could be this small. They could be this big. They could be this big. I'm not going to freaking change the whole world for all these varying reasons of why people are uncomfortable about everything. I get uncomfortable if I fall asleep with my socks on. Should we change the whole world? Should we fucking, increase people's taxes so that we could fund alarms that go off if I fall asleep with my socks on because they make me uncomfortable? When people fart on the bus and I can't tell who it is, that makes me uncomfortable. Should we modify every bus with a fucking suction hose under each seat so that I don't have to fucking smell a fart ever again? No. Absolutely not. So, like I said, dude, I could be uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable about your video, bro. As a person of color, your video makes me uncomfortable. I want you to delete it right now. Because I don't like that you're white knighting for me. It makes me feel inferior. And like you don't believe that I can stand up for myself. as a human with equal rights as you, knock it off. See how serious I looked? But I'm not.
So, this niche, like I said, it's a niche, but it's the biggest IP in the world. But you guys, because you watch so many of the same content creators and you bounce between all of them, me, Opossum, CTR, anybody, we recognize, we remember your names, believe it or not. We are human beings, we have brains, we see comments, we see names, we remember them. Right here and now, I'm going to give you an example of some people that are regular commentators on not only my channel, but of many other Pokemon content channels, that all of which have incredible takes, incredible just comments that are always respectful, that are smart individuals. And guess
Marcus Scraper. I know Marcus Scraper. He comes to my channel. SDC is here. Is that the SDC I know? Is that his at? Because I just know him as SDC by his regular name that's in the chat rooms. Is that the same SDC? Hawaii? I gotta check his account. Inept card collector? Don't know. Mads likes cardboard. Tom Hardy's uglier younger brother. Never cold. See, some of these might be people's ats, and I don't know everybody's ats. So, if you're somebody who knows me in this list, other than Marcus Scraper, whom I know, and I'm assuming I know SDC, the right person, the right SDC might be a different one. If anybody else is in here that I know, because this isn't the same as your screen name that actually shows up in chat, let me know.
Guess what? I know all these names, and so does everyone else that makes Pokemon content in this hobby. There's the names, okay?
See, you said everybody else knows these names. I don't. That's how I'm telling you. This is bigger than what you're thinking it is, or whatever, how close-knit you think we all are. It's not, really. There's people I've never seen ever, and there's people that have never, ever seen or heard of me. It's bigger than you think.
Those are people who know how to comment and make productive comments.
This is almost like you're putting yourself in an echo chamber, I think, because you're not realizing how big the community really is. And because you bounce around with the same people and you think you're seeing everybody, I guarantee you're not.
Comments. Then there are other people. What's this douchebag's name? So there's a lot of freaking really stupid fucking people in the Baz Toys comment section. What's this dude's name here? Okay, so there's X_O_X Roku. Okay, there's a comment thread. And then there's, what's this dipshit's name? Rob Gambone. Okay, so if your name is Rob Gambone, you are clearly a 30-something-year-old white dude, and you're telling Baz Toys to chill the fuck out. It's not racist. It's not anything. Learn how to take a joke, okay? There's a perfect example. Random white dude in buttfuck Egypt who's trying to tell the colored person to chill out. It's just a joke.
I know I said person of color, but I think colored person, I think that's a no-go. I don't know why it's so different to say person of color versus colored person, but I'm pretty sure those people that get offended by that shit don't like the term colored person. So you just spit some racism according to them. Just letting you know. I'm pretty sure it was changed to POC, like person of color. I guess it's a little bit more friendly than colored person. Like, hey, you colored boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get up in arms about that one. You even slipped up yourself, bro. I don't know. You might be racist. Release the hounds.
I'm sorry, Rob Gambone, but you're a fucking idiot for this one. And by the way, Rob Gambone and all you other idiots that comment on shit, and then you just newsflash, we see all your messages, okay? There's something...
Are you going to call me an idiot as a person of color or a colored person? Because I have kind of similar views to these white people. See, this is where it's not a race thing, bro. It's just This is about how people come up. Like these white dudes probably got homeboys that are Mexican and black, and they all spitting like racist jokes to each other. So this is their culture. You can't say these people aren't uncultured. You don't know them like that. You can't assume that they don't have any culture or that they ain't got homeboys that they're fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these dudes are probably mechanics, carpenters like I am, where you go to work every day and all of your best fucking friends are just spitting racial jokes at each other and it's fucking hilarious. You know why? Because they all know that it's not that serious. See, I come from that realm. Yo, we would make jokes about like illegals straight to illegals and they would be like, ha, because they're fucking here. They're making money. They don't give a fuck about your little joke. It ain't affecting them. It's not like if I made the joke that fucking, the fucking ICE is listening in through the fucking, the Bluetooth waves or something and they're coming to get that guy. We're just making fucking jokes. If he gets caught by ICE, that's on him. He slipped up. The jokes had no effect on that.
Call the chat comment history log. You develop a reputation, it is known. Okay? It is fucking known that you say dumb shit. And even if it's not known, all someone.
If you say dumb shit, you're welcome on my channel anytime. Some of my mods, like I said, my mods are free to do what they want as well. So if they don't like what you say, they might silence you for a little bit, but I'll probably unsilence you. But you're still allowed in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my community is such an open thing that like I said, there's trans people that come to my channel. There's freaking lesbian, gay, whatever you want to call them. People that come to my channel, they're all welcome. We might not always have the same views. I'm a little bit more conservative. Probably a lot of my viewers are not. But we all get along because we have more things in common than, politics and all that shit. So, and you know what? Like, I love these people. They're my family. These people are my fucking family. And I would do anything for these people, whether they be gay, trans, black, Asian, whatever the fuck they are. It is what it is, like with that. So, I love all my people. I have the utmost respect for them. If I've offended them, I don't know what to say. Like, I freaking care about you. So, you probably weren't my family if I've offended you in the past because you know who I am already. You should know who I am. So that's how that shit works. People are comfortable in their groups and then they might still act the same because it's hard to switch it off when you're in other areas that maybe you do know people will get offended. It's hard to switch that shit off, or you just want to share your fucking opinions. Maybe people share their opinions like that because they want the world to change in that direction. And I guarantee you, at least half of this country, there's a huge divide in this country, obviously, where people think the way that they're commenting, like on these videos, like you're saying, people think that way, and they think you should lighten up. They think you should have a tough skin, thick skin. They think you should just, like, it's not, nobody's freaking lynching people over jokes. It's not inspiring people to lynch people or, go beat up Asians. That stuff happens because people have misconceptions on their own. It's not because of jokes they hear. I promise you. They might say it is on the mainstream media and all that stuff, but it is not what it is. It is not what it is.
One has to do is click on your fucking face, and there's all the dumb shit that is spewed out of your fucking mouth over the last month. Okay? So
have every right to spew
as
it.
a Pokemon TCG content viewer, unlike any other niche on YouTube, you do develop a pattern. You are seen. You are recognized by us, the content creators. You are making your own version of comment, and you are making it known what your stances are on a lot of different videos, okay? Like, this is not, oh, maybe someone will see it and they won't and everyone will forget about it. The amount of people, the amount of shitheads that I have ingrained in my brain that attack me in my videos. Here's looking at you, Roto RC34. Fucking asshole. Anyway.
That's your own obsessiveness. I have my own like I get obsessive about certain things as well. Um, but that's on you if you want to be that obsessive about what people say. Um, if you're gonna let that get in your head, look, I've taken anger management classes. They say you're the one with the buttons. You're the one that's letting people push those buttons. You got to be the one able to kind of keep those buttons away from the people. Your controller is out there like, like the freaking sample games at Walmart used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go, anybody could come push the buttons. That's what you're doing. Bring those controllers in. Keep those inside. Don't let people push your buttons. You're in control of those buttons, not those people. If you're giving those people control of your buttons, you're not in control of yourself.
Anyway, I'm just saying, you guys have a lot more influence, a lot more staying power, a lot more like in this niche. You guys are known, okay? It is what it is. You are creating your own content. So be mindful that myself and other people can very easily see your pattern and history of comments, not just on our respective channels, but on other people's channels as well, okay? So get that through your head. Just because you're a viewer doesn't mean you don't make an impact and you can't make a complete fucking ass of yourself. Alrighty? So there's that. So essentially this video, again, is just for you, the viewers, to remember, especially you that do have a repeated history of commenting on multiple channels, that if you have good takes,
this is a long ass video. I apologize.
You're just a good person, that will show. And we, the content creators, recognize that. Hence why I had that list of names that I just showed up earlier. But on the flip side, the other side of things, if all you do is shit on people, and then you tell people who are making very, very logical criticisms of others, and you're just simping hard and telling the other person to shut the fuck up, well, I have zero respect for you, and I think you're bringing nothing new to the table, and I think you have nothing positive whatsoever to bring to this community, and probably you should just go the fuck away. All right? Okay.
I mean, is anything really new? Is anything really new? There's people who are just faking their happiness all the time. Their positivity is fake. There's nothing really new about either side of this coin. Should they go away? No. I mean, there's obviously enough of them that makes people as big as they are. And there's enough of that opinion going around that basically it voids your opinion. So, those people that think the opposite, there's, just as many of those as there are you. So that leaves your opinion just what it is, an opinion and not really a fact. So just like mine's just my opinion, none of this is like really a fact. It's just how I feel. This has like been my own experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, you could say this is anecdotal, what I've gone through and how I've developed myself as a person. You can still be a little whiny crybaby, sensitive about everything, all you want. You're free to do that, but don't try to change everybody else because you're weak. Be weak in your realm. Don't try to infect everybody else's bubbles with your weakness. This is a public platform, so we're all capable of sharing our opinions. That's why everything is public on here. If you don't like one person's opinion, too fucking bad. I didn't like yours. I don't like how sensitive you are. It bothers me. But guess what? You're allowed to have that. Because somebody posted an opinion and there's a comment section for a reason, and that's for the discourse and all that other crap. It doesn't have to be limited to positivity. It could be negativity. It could be criticisms. It could be, anything you really want to say. And it's really up to whoever posted the video to leave it there or not. And should that person get a bad rap because they decide to leave their forum wide the fuck open? No. That just means it's a freer sector of this realm of social media.
So I don't want to go too long. I'm probably just going to wrap it up with
Please.
my message for CTR, because 3 videos in 3 days, plus some previous videos about some Discord chats. I mean, even his own mods, both of them have been getting into hot water left and right lately. Like, it literally is the CTR family that is in fucking hot water. This right here and right now is my message for Cool Trainer Ryan. Okay. This is for Ryan, no one else. Ryan, there are thousands upon thousands of people that look up to you. Children, kids, teenagers, adults, fucking grandparents, you name it. A lot of these people who look up to you,
And all those children, grandparents, everybody knew who CTR was this whole time. So that means that those children's parents, obviously, if they're letting their children watch CTR, they're obviously okay with it. So this is what we have to kind of factor into this. Like, they're okay with CTR the way he is. So don't ask him to change. There's no need to.
plan. Think about how much it would cost, Ryan, for a normal person with a family, with a normal 9-to-5 job, to facilitate a vacation to Card Party. You know, maybe they got to fly all the way across the nation. You only get 2 weeks of vacation a year. You know, you got to book a airplane ticket. You got to book a hotel next to Card Party when everything's jacked up because everyone else is going to Card Party. You know, you got kids, you got food. You probably want to buy some cards while you're there. The point is, a trip to a place like Card Party might as well cost as much as going to fucking Disneyland these days.
It costs more than going to Disneyland. I'll tell you that right now. That's why I couldn't go to Card Party. There is people that are selling their entire collections to go to Card Party, which is kind of why I feel like Card Party is for already wealthy people. Like, you can't be broke and going to Card Party, and if you are, you're selling off your own personal collection, which I've seen people do. And I've seen people post that they're selling their personal collections, things they love and adore, to be able to go to Card Party. So while you're saying that DPM is a great entrepreneur, he isn't great enough to be making this more affordable for people to really attend. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this shit costs money. I priced all this stuff out, and it was so damn expensive. I was like, yo, I could go to Japan for a month. Flight, hotel, everything included, all inclusive vacation to Japan for a month, the birthplace of Pokemon, for the price of one day at Card Party. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me to fly here from Vegas anyways to Florida, where the last Card Party was, and the hotel room, all that crap would have costed me a fortune, and I would have probably had to sell off at least half my personal collection to be able to afford that. So it's already for people that are well off or having to sell their beloved collection to do so. And I kind of don't like that personally, because you're making people make sacrifices so that they can go and feel included. Because they give people this FOMO feeling about not being at Card Party. Oh, you got to be here. You got to be here. We're going to be part of like a world record and all this and all that, and you're going to miss out if you. That's how they're making everybody feel. So they're willing, and they're psychologically tricked into, I have to be there at all costs. I got to go meet all my favorite people. It's not all fucking sunshiny unicorns, man. People are giving up a lot to do this, and that's the part I don't like about it. It's like, maybe like make it a little bit more frequent. Like, dude, I could go to, there's a card show here in Vegas that goes Vegas, Pasadena, Phoenix, and some other areas. It's called Front Row. Guess how much it costs me to go to that? Because they come to my city and they move around frequently. They're everywhere more often than Card Party is. It would cost me $10 VIP to get into that card show. And it's just like Card Party is, really. A lot of vendors, Maybe not everybody I know, but you'll see some people like Coops Collectibles and freaking Bulbasaur. He goes to front row. So you can still meet people. It might not be all the people you want to meet, but there will still be people at front row. So, you know, I'd rather wait for something to come to my town that's more frequent, like quarterly. Every couple of months, this thing's in my town and every other town around here and expanding out. That's a more feasible thing for more of us. We don't have to sell off our collections, you know, because the tickets are only $10. If you buy them early online, $15 if you buy it at the door. Whereas I would have had to spend freaking like, you know, $300 per day to go to freaking get into Card Party or whatever the prices were. It's just, you know, it's a super high premium to be involved with that.
Right? And Disneyland's a complete fucking ripoff. I'm just saying I fucking hate Disneyland now. Pre-COVID Disneyland is fine. Post-COVID Disneyland is a fucking shit show. All right, so anyway, Ryan, what I'm saying is there are a lot of people that love you and respect you and want so desperately just to meet you one time, shake your hand, and get your autograph, okay? And a lot of those people, we're talking about events like Card Party, you know, they can only do that if, say, they get a chance to meet you at Card Party, which might cost them a lot of freaking money, all right? Now, with these 3 videos that have come out related to you and your kind of just lack of caring about commenter, you know, whether it be racist or sexist comments, Pat Flynn, Deep Pocket Monster, that there is an entrepreneur of entrepreneurs. That guy is such a fucking entrepreneur that he teaches lowly entrepreneurs how to be a better entrepreneur. Okay? We all know this. Pat Flynn, Deep Pocket Monster, is the fucking man. He truly is, absolutely 100%. And part of the reason he's the man...
He's cool. I can't take that away from him, but I don't like to treat anybody like they're better than anybody else. So he's cool, but I'm not the type to say that, you know, oh man, I'm going to swing from his nuts, you know? Nah. Yeah, you make a lot of stuff happen, but you're still no better than anybody else, bro. Nobody is.
Is because he's got very good business sense. He knows what he's doing, okay?
Yes, he does.
And so what I'm telling you is, and this goes back to being selfish, being so careless about your channel that you're literally being selfish to others who associate with you. For a guy like him, and I guarantee you he is hearing it left and right. If I'm hearing it, if I'm getting blown up on my IG about this, obviously Deep Pocket Monster, Pat Flynn is too, okay? So all I'm trying to say is, the people who want to meet you, the people who spend thousands of dollars to go to Card Party, it is highly realistic, highly probable, almost logical that they might not ever get a chance to meet you at a Collecticon or a Card Party or whatever ever again. Why is that? Pat Flynn, smart dude. When it comes to business decisions, he makes fantastic ones. Putting him, Deep Pocket Monster, in a position where he has to, 1, make the easiest decision of his life, but 2, at the same time, one of the most difficult phone calls or messages ever. If this shit doesn't stop, if more and more and more random videos keep just appearing like wildfire about CTR being a racist or just facilitating that kind of shit.
I mean, yeah, that is true. That is the nature of how things work. All it takes is a handful of crybabies to fuck up somebody's ability to appear somewhere, of course. But it, you know, I'm not going to change it with this opinion, but I don't think it should be that way. If you're not getting, you know, at least 50% of your people that are freaking buying tickets to the event crying about this person, they should never cancel them from the events. But we all know that's not how it's going to work. It just takes one all it takes is one crybaby to say, I was butthurt by CTR, and yeah, he'll be uninvited from everywhere. But you know what? I think it's time that we make our own adults fucking only. And possibly kids. If you fucking don't care about what CTR says or what people say in his comments, we need our own, more, I guess, PG-13. It doesn't have to be rated R, but a PG-13 fucking card event. TCG events. We don't need all this fucking happy-go-lucky fucking events all the time. We don't have, like, where you can't just go and really have fun. Like, dude, you could watch all the freaking backstory footage, and this is where, like, it's kind of weird that you're just picking CTR out of the bunch for certain comments or because people are making videos saying he's racist. But dude, you could go watch all the behind the scenes of Card Party, and you can see some other PokeTubers doing things or even admitting to doing things that are not kid friendly, like taking substances. And I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus by saying that, but, let's, like, where do we draw the line again? Like I'm saying, like, where the fuck are we drawing the line with some of this shit? Like, dude, people that have big names are in these smaller YouTubers' videos doing and saying things that doesn't align with what they do on their channels. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what about those videos? Like, those are so easy to find. You could just do fucking Card Party videos on anybody's channel. Don't go fucking delete those videos, people. Stay true. Go find those fucking videos. I've seen a few of them where I'm like, I don't think you should have done that. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people everybody looks up to as well. So nobody's clean. Nobody's clean. None of these guys are clean. Like I said, there's people that do things on the side in their personal lives that just don't align with who they pretend to be on their channels. And I'm about to go over an hour. Why did it stop recording? Did I reach my limit? Let me see. I shouldn't have. Anyways, we'll see if this records. I don't know. I got to stop it now. But if it's still recording, great. But the timer stopped, so I'm believing that it's not recording anymore. Well, we'll see. I don't think we need to go any further. But just, this is my opinion. So, if you like the video, comment, subscribe, do whatever the hell you want. Watch the whole thing. If not, I'm going to have to put another video, stitch all this together, and finish up where I left off.